Okay, I went out and did a little bit of training again today, and this time I really wanted to give my dog some big gaps to cover. It was a little bit damp, so I didn't take out much equipment. So this is what I did with 4 hoops and a barrel. I had a straight line, as you can see, down to the barrel, and then I had what some people might say is a ladder or steps, whereby the dog would be turning right and left. This is where your training of the VEC or away can really come into its own, depending on where you're standing. So, what did I do? I put this at really big gaps because I wanted my dog to have a bit of a blowout, you could say. And quite honestly, after 10 minutes of practice, my dogs were puffed, because they do give it their all anyway. But they were puffed, and so I packed it in. You'll find that, to be honest, you really don't need to keep pushing your dog to do an awful lot. If they're giving it their all, for 10, 15 minutes is going to be getting the best out of them. So, what did I do? I wanted to see if my dogs would pick up the barrel and wrap round it. It was very interesting. So I sent my dog, so I'm standing up here by the hoops. This barrel is at least 8 to 10 metres away from me. And I set my dog up to start with. From there, single hoop, round the barrel, and then I called them to go there, to the right, to their right, to their left, and then half a circle, which is almost like a slalom command to let them know they're doing that, and then straight back down the line to the barrel, again, wrap round and back up to finish. So we're working on timing, of knowing whether I want them to go on and keep running. Will they pick up the barrel as a target? And can I get them to change direction smoothly so that they they don't need to be violently changing gear. Another way I did it was obviously opposite way round. Again, I started there, round the barrel, straight back up, go on, and then right turn, slark 'em, right and left, and back round the barrel. Now, I didn't work on making my dog wrap round the barrel closest to me. I let the dog work around the barrel going furthest away. But you do have to think about lining up your obstacles so that the dog, and the way the dog comes out of its line and back on its path, what is it going to see? It's not necessarily going to be dead straight when it goes through there, even with 7 or 8 metres. It's possibly going to pick up one way around the barrel or the other way. So think about that when you do set this up. Go with the flow, see how the dog naturally takes it, and maybe just tune in with your dog rather than worry about, I'm going to say this, and correcting your dog because your dog is not taking that path. Again, a couple of other things that I did was I adjusted my position. So for one run round, I actually stood closer to the hoops and worked that bit. And another run round, I stood closer to the barrel. So I was standing down here. So I'm standing there and then working the hoops at a distance, or standing back up here where the hoops are and working the round the barrel stuff. So again, with just 4 hoops and a barrel, you can make up various things. one little trick or tip here is, if you do want to do the ladder situation, try and line them up so that if your dog is going, you could possibly get a straight line. It's not necessarily going to happen as they come around the corner like that. For instance, you're doing a half turn, but it will help once they're on that course. It will help them sort of like go, oh yeah. And with hopefully the minimum of your guidance, the dog's just going to be able to smoothly turn through that hoop, slightly balance, rebalance, and go through that one to finish. Okay, so those are some setups that I've been doing over the last couple of days.